world? Yes, it is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid Juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll never die alone.
Yeah, we are live in the mother. What's up? Yeah. I love it. Love the energy. My name is Kyle. My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy, if you want. And this is my main man.
Cover law, y'all.
What's up? We got some people watching, man, hanging out with us. What's up, Sunken Drinker and Nasser? I think he's listened before. Ian and Corey and Brandon. What's up, y'all?
How's it going?
Thanks for joining us, man. We've been, busy over here doing Juggalo things. No,
we're juggaloing.
We're lowing it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been chilling and working. I'm working like 7 fucking days this week, man. It sucks.
Damn, dude.
We got there's like 13 people in my department, and like 5 of us work during the morning. 3 of the 5 of us got COVID this week.
Wow.
Ain't that some shit?
That's some shit, man.
So yeah, they got me out working some overtime. It's all right. Sometimes you gotta fucking man up and just do it.
Just do it, man.
I hate working that much, but that's why we're here at night, because usually we do this shit on my day off, and I don't have any this week.
You ever get that guy in work when you go in there and says, "We having fun yet?"
Oh yeah. Are you working hard or hardly working?
I hate that shit, man. I hate when I'm in there and I don't want to be there.
Or here's the best one. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, you know it, living the dream.
Yep.
Another day, another dollar. I'm here. All that shit, bro. It's so fucking stupid.
Man up! What you doing, boy? Are you having fun yet?
Yeah, having fun yet. No, Nasser asked if I was
just
faded.
turn around
No,
to him like,
I'm not faded.
I'm not having fun.
Like, bro, I'm not having fun. We're here. None of us want to fucking be here. We just have to do our time and go home to our families.
Like, and they always do it when you're not looking at them. Like, you're turned around doing something. Like, yeah, and they're like, "You having fun yet?" And you're just like, your face is like, and you turn around like,
yeah,
man, yeah.
Yeah, man. Here, I want to get the Faygo in the shot. Oh, we're drinking some Faygo, man. Look at on there, my fuck it. Yeah, you're right. But fuck work. Why are we talking about work, dude?
You brought it up.
I'm trying to talk about Juggalo shit. Come on.
You brought it up. Damn.
Well, I mean, my work kind of is Juggalo shit. So.
Yeah. You got an excuse.
What's funny though? No one at my work is a Juggalo but me.
Of course.
And that's fucking stupid.
You think Fago's actually going to hire Juggalos?
Dude, they probably are pissed they hired me once they found out I was a Juggalo. We let one through the cracks.
Shit, they don't even fucking know. Unless they have like some weird investigation team trying to like keep tabs on people to make, you know what I mean? Who is Fago canceling? Are they part of this whole cancel shit? Are they canceling anybody?
No, not yet. Dude, I'm not surprised. I was surprised fucking
They probably got a team looking at people's fucking shit.
Well, who do you think they're going to cancel though? I mean,
they'll can't like if you're that's what I'm saying. They don't if they don't have it yet, if they've had it, they would have fined you by now.
Oh, you know what?
Found you by now.
The CEO of National Beverage, which owns Faygo, he did get into some hot water a couple years ago though. Before cancel culture shit was still happening, but he's like supposedly was inappropriately touching male stewardess on his private jet. Some shit like that.
The Fago CEO has a private jet.
Yeah, of course, dude.
We need to tell this to ICP because they need to stop saying Fago's the ghetto pop.
I know,
it's
man.
not fucking ghetto pop.
The
damn CEO has a fucking jet.
Bro, they own LaCroix though. That's the moneymaker. Fago's not Faygo. They lose money on Faygo, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they're making all their money on fucking soda water. So it's all good.
Fago is probably just like they just keep that going just so they can get like relationships with like buyers and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after that, they're like, "Well, fuck this shit here. We got this other stuff."
They just want to keep providing to the fucking shitty like 7-Elevens and like locally owned like poor gas stations, and then that
you got to keep the sugar flowing in those poor neighborhoods.
Yeah,
man. Get everybody fat, obese, and
absolutely
diabetes.
Absolutely. So we don't have much on the Juggalo docket. Oh, what's up, Arrogant Media? That's the dude that's supposed to be calling in.
Okay, cool.
Which reminds me, I didn't even get Zoom fired up or anything. But we'll work that out. I mean, I was hoping to have that worked out before the show, but I completely forgot. Dropped the ball there. Anyways, we don't have a whole lot going on, but we did want to debut a cool new segment this week, which we literally thought of today, which was cool.
The first segment.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do we even have segments?
I think our review is a segment, right?
Yeah, we bullshit for like whatever, you know, like 20 minutes, and then we have the review segment. So okay.
Yeah. By the way, tons of pushback, dude. So many people love Thin Mints, except you. Everyone else loves Thin
hate
Mints.
him, dude. I was going to bring a box over for you. I forgot though.
God.
I fucking hate them.
I should fucking slice your neck right here for not bringing it.
Girl Scouts are going to cancel me, man, just because I hate it on Thin Mints.
Dude.
Thin shaming.
Yeah, man. No.
Actually, no, thin shaming is in. Like you're allowed to shame thin people.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the fat people that are getting the backup nowadays.
Bro, you know what? I love shaming fat people. I think they deserve it.
Oh, dude, you're canceled. They're gonna get you for that one. Seriously, they're gonna get you for that one, man. Be careful. I'm not even playing. Be
All right,
careful.
sorry. I'm sorry, fat people. I'm just kidding. Work out, though.
Work out. Oh,
Just kidding.
Shit.
Brandon said fuck Thin Mints, but
I hate him. Man.
I say
I'm with
fuck you. If you say fuck Thin Mints, fuck you, man. From the original Mint Simp.
They're like the pumpkin spice of cookies.
Yeah, I know. They're delicious.
They're horrible.
All right, whatever. But we are going to debut this new segment where we what we're going to do is we're going to talk. You know, this is Deck One Dealt. We're old school juggalos. We have a lot of our commenters say they're also old school juggalos. So we're kind of catering to a demographic. That said, I mean, all juggalos of all shapes, sizes, and lengths, dick lengths can listen to our show. We don't mind.
Depths.
Yes.
Vaginal depths.
Dude,
that's always a thing.
Which a side note, I look at the YouTube analytics and like it says like where people are from and like that have been watching and shit.
Probably 99% male.
100% male.
100%.
Yeah, no fucking women listen to Deck One Dealt.
That
bro.
Usually, okay, there was a couple girls, right, for most podcasts because they like may think the guy's cute or something. That just shows you we're ugly motherfuckers.
Yeah, it ain't working here.
We ain't got no females looking at us, man. My wife don't even watch this shit.
No, dude, my wife would fucking rather die than watch one of my podcasts.
Yeah.
She gives no fucks at all. All right, but I keep getting diverted. All right, so the new segment, because we're old school juggalos, talking about old school juggalo shit for old school juggalos, we're going to do a segment where we discuss Juggalo's origin story. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? Seems to make sense.
I mean, yeah, everybody does that. Why,
Whoa, hold on. Are you trying to say we're just like everyone else? We're not doing anything original?
Keep it original, bro. We got to keep shit original.
All right, let's just talk and then wait for comments to come in and then read the comments and respond.
Read comments and respond. That's it.
That's the formula for most Juggalo YouTube shows.
That's the formula for most YouTube shows.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Juggalo YouTube shows for sure.
I mean, I feel like our show, maybe we're not bringing anything new to the table. I mean, we're just discussing albums and shit, but I feel like the very least, motherfuckers are connecting with us mentally. You know what I mean? They feel like they're on the same page.
They like us. No.
Except for fucking Mr. Nobody, man, who shits on us every chance he gets.
I've read some of his stuff.
He's such a fucking hater, man. And then I called him out, and he's like, well, man, I mean, I agree with some of the stuff you do. But
did he pull a couple? Do you delete shit?
I'm not deleting shit,
I was going to say,
dude.
don't delete none.
No.
Because I don't delete. We don't delete nothing.
No, man. Hate, love, we're going to leave that shit up.
But I've seen, like, multiple comments, like at least 10 that have been deleted.
Yeah.
Like, they would go back and delete them.
I guess.
Is that them feeling bad? Like, man, these motherfuckers, man, fuck, man, I don't know, man, I was an asshole. Let me take that off, bro.
Yeah, I think that's
kind of shit.
I think that's what's happening. That's why last week I was like, I will fucking call you out, and I see your deleted comments. That's why I was doing that, because that motherfucker, I shouldn't even be giving him the press. But I'll again letting y'all know, we fucking see you and we hear you. We know. No delete.
Psyops, man.
All right.
Going psyops on us. I'm telling you.
All right. Let me send this Zoom email. We'll try to get Captain Dirk in here, and we can talk about it. But did you want? Well, I'll try to get this worked out in just a minute. But once you start share, if you don't mind, share kind of like we may have talked about it before, but just since this is the first time we're doing this segment, it'd be cool to, put it out there once again. Just if you want to quickly drop like how did you get into ICP? Where did you first hear about it? Like, what is your Juggalo origin?
My Juggalo origin, the very first song I heard was Ninja.
Okay.
It was in the lunchroom in 8th grade. That's such a pivotal grade, such a pivotal year, 8th grade.
Sure.
So I was in the lunchroom, 8th grade. My friend Dan came up to me and said, "Hey, man," and the Discman. Remember he had the disc player, the little portable Discmans. I was just sitting there, drawing, because I used to sit there and just draw in the lunchroom. And that's literally how I became friends with everybody, man. Like, hood people would come up to me. Jocks would come up to me. Hot women would, like, girls at that time.
Because you could draw?
Yeah, and they'd be like, girls would come in like, "Soup Dog, can you draw me, like, the Space Jam?" Oh, that's, because Space Jam was big. And they're coming out with Space Jam 2, and they kicked out Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so... Yeah, that's how I used to get all my props, was drawing and shit, because I was a stupid motherfucker back then. I was a broke, ugly, retarded, didn't know shit type of fuck. I was just I was that kid, what I mean?
You were a Juggalo scrub, man. You were living the true Juggalo lifestyle.
Juggalo scrub. I had long hair. It was greasy, I wore hand-me-down clothes and shit. But I could draw, so people just, people from the, across all kind of ethnic backgrounds would come up to me, and that's how I made most of my friends. Anyway, my buddy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, listen to this," and I'm just sitting there bullshitting. I'm like, "Okay, man, throw this shit on."
Yeah.
Keep in mind, at this point, I didn't like much rap at all.
Okay.
So I put it on, and I hear that opening skit. "Hey, man. Hey," or what is it? "I heard you was a bitch, man. I'm gonna kill you." And they shoot him over and over and over.
Yeah.
And then I listened to that shit, and I was just like, "Damn, man."
You're like, pop, pop. What was that on? That was at the beginning of Riddlebox? Oh, was it Ninja? Oh,
Ninja.
okay.
Yeah. Wicked clowns.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I handed it back to him, and I did not know what to say, because I was just like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, that was the first time I ever listened to him.
Oh, wow. All right. So you immediately were in love, though?
I wouldn't say immediately. I was confused.
Okay.
I was confused at first, and then a couple days later, I saw Chicken Hunting on the box, and I was like, "Hey, is that same group he showed me?" And then I connected it, and then I heard I was with him and his girlfriend, and they put Malenko in the car. They went inside to do their thing, and I just sat outside and listened to it in the car.
While they fucked out in the side?
I don't know what they were doing.
You were just like jamming out to ICP for the first time.
She put it on, and she was like, "You'll like this," and then walked in the house. They walked in the house, and I just sat out there and listened to it and all.
Like you're a little fucking dog. Like, this will entertain you.
Yeah.
And it did.
But
how old were you?
8th grade.
Oh, okay, so put 13, 14-ish.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That's pretty good.
No, I wasn't that young. I got held back a grade.
Okay.
I got held back in kindergarten, so I was like a year older. I was probably 15, 16.
Okay, I got you.
Had to be. That prime age,
Yeah,
that
for
prime
sure.
age.
Yeah, I was like, I think I was 14, but it was probably around the same time. You're a year or so older than me, so. All right, so appreciate you sharing. We do got Captain Dirk on.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that. Hey, what's up?
Here, let's get him here. He's not visible yet. Can you hear us, Captain Dirk, before we put you on screen? Looks like he can. All right, I'm gonna assume yes. All right, here I go, man. I'm gonna put you over.
We can't hear you yet, so.
There you go. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's good, man?
Cool, we can hear you. Cool. What's up, dude?
Oh, not much. Finally able to do this now. I've been waiting all day.
Yeah, cool, man. I'm glad you were able to join us and we were able to make it work out.
Good.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, dude. So you hit us up, or I posted on which I want to share that later. But the fucking Juggalo butthead comment, I think, was where you chimed in, right? Or was it on my Hell's Pit post?
It was the Hell's Pit post.
Okay, so I shared it on Reddit. I always trying to get a couple eyes on us and shit. So I shared our post on Reddit, and Captain Dirk here hit us up like, "Hey man, I wouldn't mind being a guest. I'm old school Juggalo like you."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, cool man. We got this idea. Let's get you on. I mean, why not? You'll be the test run."
Good.
So what's cracking, man? How you been?
Oh God, it's been a lot lately. So, I've been doing my own podcasting as well and trying to dabble in making videos. And I'm trying to make a video about what's going on with Marilyn Manson because it's a lot to chew through, and I feel like nobody is being objective about this at all.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm interested.
I've
in
heard
that.
a little bit about that one.
So you're referring to the whole like him being a predator thing, like.
Him being an abuser specifically.
Yeah, yeah. I did listen to what was it? Or maybe I read an article when that first was like breaking couple weeks ago, but I'm not super well versed on like what all is being accused, but
it's so much hearsay. Like there's two sides to this whole thing. Either it could be a situation where the American sweetheart that was Bill Cosby. It could be a situation where we find out that, oh shit, he actually did abuse the people that he was with. Or it could be another Johnny Depp scenario or another Michael Jackson scenario where the kangaroo court deems him guilty, but in reality, people lied.
sure. I'd be curious to see. I went to your YouTube page once you commented, and I the only video I watched was the one that you made because I was looking for a quick one. I seen the one you made that was 49 seconds long regarding animated tits, and that's my thing. So I had to.
My shit post. Yeah.
I had to click that. I was like, yeah, you're right. Animated tits do bounce. Good job. So that
Digitized tits usually do too.
yeah. So I appreciated that, but I did see the kind of content you're doing. You're making some videos where you're just like kind of breaking shit down, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah. It's like anybody could do what like shit like the quartering or like all these other channels that feel very grifty.
Yeah.
But it's like nobody's really backing up what they're talking about. So it's like when John Schaefer was turned himself into the FBI after storming the Capitol. It's like I could just talk about how he turned himself in, or I could actually look into the organization that he was involved in called the Oath Keepers and go in depth with what the Oath Keepers are actually about.
Okay, that's interesting. I feel like you and Carver would have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out your channel, man.
he's a very I don't know how to say. You're very open-minded.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get into it much on this. On this. This is Juggalo shit. But yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, you would.
How far I'd go into that stuff.
So what's going on, man? So tell us about how'd you get into ICP? What's your origin story?
Many moons ago. Do you remember a program called Music Match Jukebox?
Doesn't ring a bell.
So it's before the days of iTunes.
Okay.
This is the program that you would use if you wanted to copy music into your computer library and be able to listen to it digitally. But also, it was one of the first platforms where you could actually purchase digital music before you're able to do that through iTunes.
Okay.
I think I do
And
remember
it
that.
had a radio feature.
Okay.
So I grew up in a placement where I couldn't buy like an Eminem CD without having my mother throwing a fit for it.
Yeah.
And so I would use Music Match Jukebox's radio feature to listen to his music, and it would mix in all kinds of other artists that were similar to it. So what this has to do with ICP is that one day I was sitting down listening to a Limp Bizkit radio station on the program, and I noticed what's coming up next in on deck here, Insane Clown Posse, and the song comes up and it's Mr. Johnson's Head.
Okay.
So the Ringmasters version of it, and the song was so bizarre. It was a voice that I've never heard before, but the mixing and the beat that was created by Mike E. Clark was so drawing, so captivating to me that as soon after I finished listening to the song, I had to go downstairs for dinner, but that beat kept looping over and over again for me, and it stuck.
That is a good one.
Yeah, it was completely memorable for me. It was something different, bizarre, and I wasn't really that much of a hip hop listener either
Sure.
way.
You're a biscuit head.
I mean, yeah, it was like I grew up under a severely religious household, so I had to discover music on my own.
Well, then, so wait, how old were you then at this time?
I was 14.
Okay, so that's the same age I was when I discovered ICP. It was around Malenko time though. What was out? Like, what was the Joker's card out around that time?
It was the Wraith Shangri-La.
Okay.
So yeah, and then the next thing I know, it's like I'm pulling up the Insane Clown Posse radio station and listening to it through there. And
So you had a lot to pull up by that point.
Yeah, eventually I'm like, I gotta just fucking buy a CD. So I go to the Sam Goody at the local mall that we had, and the next thing I know, I'm taking bike rides all the way out to Sam Goody just to figure out what ICP album I want to purchase and build a collection. And it started with Malenko, but then it went to Jekyll Brothers and then Bizarre, and like I was just collecting over time and seeing what all was out there.
Yeah.
And around that time, I was also discovering Twiztid.
Okay.
And like you guys we're talking about Freekshow. That was actually the first album from Twiztid that I listened to as well.
Okay, cool.
That was a lot of Juggalos first.
What was Freakshow?
Yeah, Freakshow.
Yeah. I think Twisted's probably a little more accessible for most people, like as a casual, even if you're a casual rap fan. You know, especially around the time you got into them, like ICP probably are, you know, they've always had a stigma, but especially around then, they were popular enough to where most people you mention it to knew who ICP were. So there was always like a little bit of like, okay, here, what's your favorite band? Okay, here goes, you know, like ICP. Yeah. But
That's how it was for so long.
yeah, I mean, it's honestly still like that. When people are like, what kind of music you're into? I was like, I always got like, fine, it's ICP, and just, you know,
Nowadays it's half and half because you got half the people don't even know him now.
yeah, that's true. I mean,
a lot of people, a lot of younger people out there don't even know him.
it's like around that time though, especially the Wraith era, like they were popping so hard that like you know everybody knew who they were. So it's an interesting time to become a Juggalo.
They were about like the equivalent to like Master P or something.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Everybody knew Master P. ICP was kind of like that.
Yeah, ICP, Master P, man.
Yo.
Well, you mentioned about Twiztid being more accessible. Our local rock station has started playing Twiztid with their new single.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, interesting. They our look. What part of the country are you from?
I'm from Iowa.
Okay. Yeah, we have a rock station here that I think like the Rose Petal song was on the every rock station does it where they do like a choose it or lose it or whatever. Like it was on that shit, like getting voted on every night and shit. But I mean, I didn't pay much attention to it because one, I didn't really care about the song, but
Like a Twiztid song?
yeah,
Like recently?
yeah, this is within the past year, I'd say.
Did not know that.
Believe it or not, as of this moment, are you familiar with Oh the Horror?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
I only know them cursory because I've seen like them pop up in my Twitter feed and shit. But it's a rock band that's Halloween themed that is on MNE. If you didn't know, Carver.
I did not know.
They're fucking horrible. I watched a couple of their videos. It's so bad. But but they're right now today they're like on the choose it or lose it thing for and they just beat like System of a Down the other day or
I
some
guess
shit.
it's okay. So I guess what they're doing is working. They're playing to get like radio play,
Yeah.
and mainstream exposure.
Seems to be that way. I don't
It
know.
seems to be working because I know they, you know, everybody kind of said that's the route they were going when they were doing the festival
Yeah.
a few years back.
So Captain Dirk, where do you fall on the ICP Twisted beef?
Oh God. I think hip hop feuds are so fucking lame. Like I totally like picked a side with the Eminem and ICP beef,
Sure.
but then I grew up and like you start to realize like, well, what's the fucking point with this? Like, sure, maybe they're making some good songs off of it. Like Cypress Hill had that going on for them.
Sure.
And like, and I like some of the songs that ICP did about Eminem. I mean, Please Don't Hate Me was pretty classic, but really it's like when you get into rap feuds, you run the risk of making music that ages like milk. And so as to where I am about the feud, I mean, ICP said that they wanted to move on, but then at the same time, not too much longer after, they come out with a song where they're dissing MNE. Last I heard, Madrox gave ICP props and said that they hope they're doing all right. So
Okay.
it's hard for me to want to pick a side, because I've met Paul, I've met ICP, and they're amazing people to be able to talk to. And like, I got to hear about how Paul was friends with Eminem before they hooked in with ICP.
Okay.
So I really don't want to feed into the feud.
Sure.
But the real hip hop tragedy though is that we're never going to get another Dark Lotus.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, you'll get Twisted's version of Dark Lotus, whatever the fuck they're doing over there.
Oh, fuck that. Okay, you know what?
That's where you draw the line.
If I have to pick a side, I will pick ICP, because I do think that Twiztid fucked them over.
Yeah.
And then
I guess it just comes down to like the type of people you would rather be around. The camp of Twiztid or the camp of ICP. It's more of like picking personalities than it is music. Both of the music is good. Both sides make good music.
Yeah, but then you bring Otis into it. Fuck Otis.
I mean, I think he can spit, but I'm not like a fan of his or anything. But
yeah, like just hearing about what happened with Violent J's family through regarding Otis, it's like, why would you try to fuck your boss's niece?
Yeah,
like it's just, I think the guy's gross, but
some people are just scumbags, man.
But I think what Twiztid was doing was a business move.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone at length talking about it personally. I was just curious where where you fall, because it is it's just one interesting thing that like it's just always up in the air, like with Juggalos, and like, not that it matters. Like, if you would have said like, oh, I'm Team Twisted all the way, I would not have given two fucks. But it was just a curiosity thing. Just I figured it was a decent thing to ask, because it's always interesting to know what reasoning people have for choosing one side or the other. I mean, personally, like I think it's safe to say we're both like Team ICP if you were to pick a team, but
I came in with the Clowns. I'm going out with the Clowns.
Right, of course.
I only ever listened to ICP because they were with the Clowns. When they left, I didn't care.
Yeah, you want to talk loyalty?
That's really what it is. And the classics they put on Psychopathic during the family era, I love.
Yeah, of course.
I love,
Dude,
but
with the way that Violent J treated my sister when he met her, that's gonna get absolutely nothing but respect for me.
Well, what happened? Tell us.
Yeah. All right. So
wait. So wait? First of all, did he fuck her? I have to ask.
Nah, mate, she's married.
Okay, good.
But do you remember the Riddlebox 20th anniversary tour that they did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they came to Iowa City, and my sister and I decided, you know what, we're just gonna get the fucking VIP passes, and we can do the meet and greets with them. So there's only I've met so many fucking bands and celebs. The only two times I've ever lost my shit were with Kevin Conroy and ICP.
Hell yeah, I'd love to meet Kevin Conroy.
But when we were outside, one of the road crew approached us and said, "Hey, you guys married?" Or like, he's trying to figure out gauge what's going on here, and said, "Well, look, we need someone for the Cemetery Girl segment." So she agrees. And so while we're doing the meet and greet, after they do the picture together, it somehow comes out that she was to be the Cemetery Girl, and Violent J goes, "You're the Cemetery Girl," and gets all fucking excited for her.
That's awesome. Yeah,
and just shoots the shit with her for a while. He at one point asked her, "So what's your favorite stuff that we've done?" And her answer legitimately was "Bang Pow Boom."
Okay.
And that was enough to floor him, because he thought that he made some bad decisions with that record.
Okay.
And to have somebody reinforce like, no, what you put out was actually really great.
Yeah, that's weird that he thinks about that record like that, when it's one of the, I mean, that record in my opinion could rank above some of the first six.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that
good.
is a fucking great record.
We got Mikey. I mean, Mikey Clark is the common denominator there. You realize that?
Yeah, of course. But sometimes but it was also the Clowns. They hit a like a second wind on that with like the storytelling and the way they were rapping and stuff. But
okay. I can see that.
Where's Jay's mind? It's so hard to understand where he's coming from, and like we're on the outside we're on the outside looking in, and he's just it's hard to understand where he kind of sits with his own music and what they but you know how it is. It's just we put that out onto the next thing. That's usually how they have to look at it.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, yeah, the musicians are going to be pretty critical about what they put out. Like Kerry King has said that if he could do redo Diabolus and Musica, he would. Or like Dino Cazares of Fear Factory saying that, I don't like the idea that we did this rap, this like song that had a rap artist to it. It's some things are going to stick well with the audience, but the band is going to be like, I don't know.
yeah, I mean they're just throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks, man. Like
Fear Factory, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, I was never a Fear Factor guy, but nevertheless, like no one faults them for trying shit. Like, I mean, I want them to be experimental and try new shit. Just not everything's gonna be a fucking winner, man. Like, you can only write Great Malenko once. You know what I mean?
Well, what have your thoughts been so far for the second deck?
We've talked about it quite a bit on here. But for the most part, like, we're pretty into it. Like, we like what they're doing for the most part. Like, neither of us are really thrilled about Yum Yum's lore, to be honest. Like,
oh really?
It's okay, but we I mean, but things have warmed up for us too. Like, not like personally, I didn't like Missing Link Lost the first time around, but I warmed up to it. Shit like that. But I obviously personally I think that the new deck is I don't think you can really recreate the first deck magic, so it's missing that for me. And I know a lot of that is just lost in time and nostalgia and shit. So I recognize that, but I think what they've been able to pull off with each album has been nothing to sneeze at. It's they've been doing a pretty good job for the most part.
Bang Pow Boom. I mean that's to me that record is a classic among the second deck. Fearless Fred was good. It's lost its luster for me since I've after that first year, but they've put out I mean I can't hate what they're putting out. The Missing Link was definitely left to be desired in my opinion. Not a fan of the lore, but I'm not gonna judge that on what the Joker's card is going to be, because they could surprise me and put out something I love. So.
Yeah, we're always going to be on board. You know what I mean? Like, we're always going to be there, but we're going to keep it real. That's kind of how we see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Fearless Fred Fury definitely resonated with me, especially being a Satanist. I think that like the more bizarre the music gets, the better it is. Yum Yum's lore has an example with that in some of their music. But like Mikey Clark definitely was like the third unofficial member of the band.
Yeah.
But he's sort of proof that it all boils down into like who's doing the production of the music. I mean, back during the Malenko days, like, yeah, you didn't have just Mikey Clark, but you had all these other guest musicians. You had Disney's money getting into the production of it. There was a lot more that ICP was able to do back then.
Sure, but Mikey Clark was even around for when they didn't have that. You know what I mean? And Ringmaster, Riddlebox, they were fucking classics before they were able to pop off. You know what I mean? So we can definitely attribute a lot of their original sound as they were making it to fucking Mikey Clark, and we sing his praises a lot on this show. We probably talk about Mikey Clark more than we talk about ICP, honestly. But
yeah, I'm more fascinated by Mikey Clark nowadays than I am even the Clowns.
Yeah, we've tried to get Mikey Clark to come talk to us on here, and almost had him, but kind of left me in the dust. We're gonna try again though. But
I mean, his solo stuff is fantastic too.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of his solo stuff.
I don't think I've checked. Like you're talking about his rapping?
No, he'll do he'll release his own content here and there. Like I've been able to pull it up through Apple Music.
Okay.
He's had guests. I think he's got some other rappers that jump on his stuff. I think maybe he's put vocals on a couple songs here and there.
Okay.
I'm not.
He actually did his own cover of one of the old school songs.
I think he did a chicken hunt.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did a cover.
No, he did Piggy Pie.
Yeah.
That was it. You're right. You're right. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I was okay with that.
His what are they called? The Murder Mix, Mikey Clark Murder Mix.
Yeah.
Oh
Those albums are really fucking good. He's got some incredible mixes of some of the old classics on there.
Yeah.
Twisted.
Dude,
and everybody.
volume 1, I love the remixes more than the originals.
Yeah, volume 1. Yeah, man. It's. I don't know if you've listened to those in a while.
I'll have to
but
go back and listen. It's been a long
if
time.
you take volume 1 and volume 2 and pick out the best on there, you have a killer fucking mix that you can just play. And I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's great shit.
I'll have to revisit that. I mean, I'm sure we'll revisit those on this show at some point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Captain Dirk, did you have anything other stories you want to share with us or anything? Like anything you can think of off the top of your head? Well, let me ask you this. I meant to ask you actually. What did your parents think then? Since once you did start wearing ICP shirts and shit like that, I imagine at some point it came to a head, right?
Oh, my father was furious anytime he would catch any kind of ICP record in my possession.
Yeah.
And like this was during my high school years. After high school, I still hid it from my parents for a good handful of years until eventually I became a little bit more comfortable with like, okay, if they see that I'm listening to one of their songs, it's not gonna be the biggest deal. He, like my father particularly has chilled out over time.
Okay.
But back during high school, like shit, I got in so much fucking trouble.
Well,
Hey, you said your family was religious.
Yeah.
Did you happen to show them thy unveiling and kind of say, "Hey, look, they're actually into God"?
Yeah, they didn't care.
well, I'd be more curious. Like your parents are probably like, "All right, fine, we'll deal with him listening to this fucking devil music as long as he doesn't start worshiping Satan."
Well, that's
And
the
then,
thing.
God
It's
damn it.
like, that's the thing. It's like I get into Korn. My mother hates it. Dad doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Get into Metallica. Mother hates it. Dad doesn't give a shit. Led Zeppelin. Mother super hates it. Dad actually got me into it.
Okay.
It's weird.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I remember when I first got into him again. I was around the same age, 14. My mom wasn't thrilled. I was a pretty good student in school, like I was getting good grades and shit. And this kind of ICP kind of like, you know, I don't blame them at all. I was becoming a little shithead teenager, and like they were just there at the time. But I started having a little attitude and shit. So my mom was just like, as long as he doesn't start wearing fucking shirts, and like then like a year later I have like 200 fucking ICP shirts. That's all
Isn't
I
that the
wear.
same thing with every other Juggalo? It's like you don't just stop with one fucking T-shirt.
Yeah, no, it's
you end
impossible.
up with a giant collection of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, always, man. That's just how it works.
They knew what they're doing, man. I mean, marketing geniuses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably how they made their first million, man.
I mean, it's just when you're young and you start listening to ICP, it just takes you over. I mean,
Yeah.
everything. Like you want to wear it, you want to live it, breathe it.
You want everyone else around you to also
Yeah.
listen to it, feel it. Like, how come do you not
Yeah.
fucking see what I'm seeing here? You know, it's like it's incredible, like to you that someone else doesn't understand it like you do. You know, so
It's so incredibly niche, but if you're one of those people where it grabs a hold of you, it's like cigarettes. Like you're gonna get addicted to it.
Mhm.
yeah, for sure.
But like I have them to thank for helping along my imagination and inspiration for doing what I do now.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, that's one thing they're good at, man. They'll always have that inspiration. Like no matter how they give it out, they'll give it out somehow. Whether
Yeah.
it's just them talking. If the music does it, like they'll still give it out inspiration. to
Oh
people.
yeah,
It's just,
always,
yeah.
man. So before I let you go, I'll ask you real quick. What's your favorite Joker's card
Oh shit, man.
of either deck?
It typically goes between either the Ringmaster or the Riddle Box. But if I have to pick one, I'll go with Riddle Box.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. We approve.
Yep. Riddle Box, man.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on Riddle Box?
12.
Ah, nice. Good choice.
I definitely love that song as well. That and Killing Fields, man. Those two songs.
You're speaking Carver's language over
Yeah,
here.
those two songs.
Yeah,
I don't think
like-
they've ever topped it as far as wicked like imagery.
Those guys are the crypt keepers of hip hop, and those two songs are proof of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Go back, check out our Riddle Box episode, man. We fucking like jerk off about Riddle Box for like an hour and a half. It's pretty fun.
And we break
easy to.
we break down the mathematical problem that's in 12, I
Yeah.
guess. I'd have to go back and listen to it again, but we did figure out the counting was a little wrong,
Yeah.
or I guess it can be perceived that way.
That's what's up, man.
Hell
All
yeah.
all right, Captain Dirk. Well, we're gonna let you go and then we're gonna get into Freak Show. But stick around in the chat if you want, hang out. We appreciate you coming to hang and being our first guest on this segment.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Plug your YouTube. What should everybody check out?
We are behind what is objectively the best gaming podcast out there, Super Arrogant Bros. Every week at 9:00 p.m. Central, we do a stream for it, and we're looking to switch to YouTube on it. But the Arrogant Media YouTube channel is where you're going to find all the content that I'm putting out. But
Okay. What are you streaming on then? Twitch?
at the moment, Twitch.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to be switching to YouTube soon.
Arrogant. What was it? Arrogant Music Bros. What?
Super Arrogant Bros is the main baby, what we have.
All right, that's cool, man. I dig it.
Arrogant
I love that
Bros.
you're the Super Arrogant Bros. I'm sure it's part of the joke, but you're objectively the best podcast or whatever. I get what
Yeah.
you're doing there. All right, Captain Dirk.
I'm gonna check you out.
Yeah,
I want to see some conspiracy theories.
Yeah, man. Come back sometime.
Oh, we ranked them. We actually ranked them on an episode of the Plastered Paladins.
Okay, cool.
And hell yeah,
Check
bro.
that shit out.
But yeah, hang out sometime, and we'll hopefully have you back on sometime. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Thanks
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
man.
man.
Catch you later.
Yeah, see you guys.
Peace.
Whoa.
All right, that was cool. That was fun, right?
Yeah, man.
That was cool getting to know a new Juggalo. Like we never met Captain Dirk before that moment.
First time, first segment. Yeah, man. It's always cool to meet someone cool the first time because you never know. You know.
Yeah, you might get some. There's some Juggalos that you're like, oh fuck me, man. Why's he got to be a Juggalo? But then like there's Juggalos like Captain Dirk. Where you're like, God damn, man. There's some cool ass motherfuckers out here. For what it's worth, 90% of Juggalos are cool like that. So we're it's all good.
Oh, I'm sure there's those out there that think we're the ones that are like, man, goddamn, why do
Yeah.
they have to be Juggalo?
Yeah, you're right. That's true. And hey, different strokes, I guess.
Mhm.
Got all kinds of action in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us, Mike Riccioli, and Sunken Drinker, Ian Undercover still with us, and Crutch. What's up, y'all?
Crutch. I like that name.
I've been getting the Deck One Dealt Twitter popping off. I've been following all kinds of people following back. I've interacted with some Juggalos. So if you don't follow us already, Deck One Dealt or twitter.com/Deck1Dealt. Follow us. Hit us up. We'll chit chat with you.
Hit us up, man. Chop it up. Politic.
Yeah.
Got it.
We also I wanted to share the fucking Butthead shirt because I thought it was so cool.
Oh man, it's too good.
Yeah, man. I had to have it.
Yeah, I might have to order me one.
Let me pull it up here.
So it's a Butthead shirt, and whoever made this, I can't remember.
Oh, it was the guy posted a link. It was it said send me the link. Sean Beard, SEAN beard.threadless.com. You can get you one of these, the Great Butt Linko.
Great butt lingo. That is just too good.
That's so fucking sweet,
It's
dude.
perfect.
I mean, he did a great job on it.
Hey, the wand and the bird are missing.
So we were commenting on this before the show. We thought it's brilliant how he did the hands to where Greg Malenko's usually has the one hand holding the bird and the
Yeah.
other one holding the wand, but he turned him around
Turned them around.
to make it look like he's doing like this shit. It's so fucking funny.
I like the little jelly bean eye.
Yeah, here's the site.
We
I
need Beavis.
yeah, we
Oh
do.
man, I want one of them Kelly Greens, man.
Yeah, I bought the purple Great Butt Linko down here in the corner by me here.
I might have to get one of those Kelly Greens. Beavis. No, there's Beavis.
Yeah,
okay.
he made a Beavis hatchet, man. That's pretty fucking sweet.
Beavis, man, running with a lighter. That's great. I
That's
might have
got-
to get me that one.
He's got all kinds of cool, weird shit on here, but I don't understand this one. Waves crashing, piano chords. I don't.
It says that on some of those other shirts. What is all waves
Uh,
crash? It says it on like every shirt.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm not quite sure what the deal is there, but Sean
I'm your
Beard.
motherfucker, but something.
I don't even know if this guy's a Juggalo, or if he came up with this idea just on a whim. But it's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Classic.
So funny, man. Good job, Sean Beard. Shout out to you. I'll be hopefully wearing your shirt on the show next week. He's at Arrogant Media. I kind of like Butt Linko. Me too, man. We all do. Not the
Butt
creator. Oh, Nasser is the one that posted it. That's what's up, man. He said he's doing a Beavis Jekyll bro.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I can't wait to see that. That's sweet. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you're in here. Looking forward. Let's see. Looking forward to whenever some D1D merch drops. You can actually get you a D1D shirt if you go to deck1delt.com. You can get you one. I also have some. I made some like Juggalo chip coin shirts that I didn't want to go to. I made them for the fucking Juggalos in Recovery Facebook page, like Juggalos recovering from alcohol and shit.
Okay.
They had a contest to make them a new logo, which currently or at the time their logo. Have I talked about this on the show?
I don't remember.
Their logo was just Super Balls. For whatever reason, it said like Juggalos in Recovery above it, and it looked really bad.
Needed to fix that up, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So they had a contest. Like we'll give $100 or whatever it was to whoever gets the most votes. So I designed this badass like thing that looked like a Juggalo chip, and like where that usually says like the shit and has like the triangle in the middle and shit.
That like the shit they give the AA.
Yeah.
Like the AA stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but I designed it and it looked badass. It literally like won.
Yeah.
Like it had the most likes for sure. But what they did, they pulled a sneaky on me. They pulled some bullshit.
What?
Somebody had submitted like 3 designs and they literally totaled up all of that person's total and they fucking won.
They just went with what they want.
Yeah. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, that is
Probably
some
just
shit.
so they didn't have to pay nobody. But my shirt was the shit. It's available on deck1delt.com. Get one if you want. But yeah, we have the shirt with our faces on it and shit. I have some more ideas, and we'll be doing some other cool shit with that soon too.
I'm thinking about doing some artwork,
Oh yeah,
some custom artwork. So
cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
yeah.
I do have like I bought these Deck One Delt stickers, but I don't have anything to do with them yet. So I'll figure out something to do with those. All right, what else?
I was going to touch on the Eminem getting canceled real quick.
So that's like a Gen Z millennial fucking conversation happening.
Nah, it's not a millennial. It's specifically Gen Z.
Okay. Gen Z is like my kids' age,
Gen
right?
Z's your kids,
Okay.
maybe a little bit older too.
Yeah.
From your kids' age, a little bit older.
So these kids are getting like just wrapped up in cancel culture and like thriving off of it, obviously. But the problem becomes when
Doesn't work anymore after fucking everybody says everything needs to get canceled.
yeah, like
Like you're just like, oh god, something's canceled again. It's going to lose its luster. No one's going to care anymore.
let me make it clear though, like there's some stuff that the people act like is getting canceled that's definitely not canceling, but people are
Yeah.
just talking about it, like such as the fucking Potato Head. Like they didn't cancel fucking Mr. Potato Head, all right? They're just gonna stop branding at 2 different brands. It's not gonna be Mr. Potato Head brand and Miss Potato Head brand. It's gonna be Potato Head, and then they're still gonna have fucking Mr. and Miss Potato Head. So shut the fuck up about the Potato Heads. The Dr. Seuss thing, they're not canceling the books. They're just gonna stop printing them. The company's just like, yeah, I mean, some people don't want it, don't like it, I guess, so we're just gonna stop making new ones. I think that's their right. I don't see a fucking problem with it. Whatever, but if it gets to the point where they don't let you have it, obviously we got some issues. But
the problem is this is where it starts, and then where it goes is the issue.
I see. So with the Eminem,
10 years ago, we didn't have this problem, but now we do. Imagine 10 years from now.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we'll see, I guess. But your issue with the Eminem thing, for those that may not know, is that as far as I know, they want to cancel Eminem for a couple lines in the Rihanna song. Is that what you heard?
No, I thought it was the fuck.
Oh, I haven't heard that. What is it?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, suck my fucking cock.
Which is a fucking funny as hell song.
Yeah, that song's great.
And
love
I'm
it.
glad it pisses Gen Z off. I'm fucking glad. I hope it makes them cry.
Well, I heard it was something. He has a concerning lyric in Love the Way You Lie, I guess, where he mentioned something about like slapping her or something like that, and like that's what I heard.
Dude, he said the N-word and made fun of black girls back in the day. He got caught for that.
Yeah, I
remember.
remember that.
Remember that back in like
Yeah.
2003-ish? They dug up some old shit where he was. I mean, he's done. I mean, dude, he's said some of the worst shit you could ever possibly say in this cancel culture.
Yeah, that dude's always like rode the line though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's literally like the barometer for most of this shit. Other than like Marilyn Manson getting blamed for fucking Columbine, it's been Eminem. Like, but I don't know what the fuck they want to like. What does canceling him mean? Making sure he doesn't come out with new music? I mean,
Yeah,
But-
making sure he doesn't come out with new music, taking his music off of shit, this and that.
but here's the thing, man. People talk and bitch, but Morgan Wallen got caught saying the N-word to his buddy. Did you hear about that?
No.
Do you know who Morgan Wallen is?
No.
He's a country guy. My wife's favorite guy. He's like the fucking man. But I mean, she thinks so. I don't give a shit. But he's a newer country guy. But he got canceled like a couple months ago because there's a video of him coming home, like a Ring video from the neighbor, and he was coming home and he's drunk and like his buddy's with him and he's just like, oh, send that motherfucker home, or so he says something like that, just yelling. And he's like, send that N-word home. Like he's just saying it like about his buddy, like fucking around.
Yeah, I've heard people say that shit 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know. But you know, for what it's worth, obviously we don't like. I speak for myself. I don't support people saying that, obviously, but I think it's fucking preposterous to like try to get that guy to like not have a career. But here's the flip side of
They
it.
tried to do it to Hogan, remember? A few years back.
But let me mention this about Morgan Wallen. They tried to do it to Morgan Wallen, and like that people pulled his shit, but his shit's been #1 since that.
Oh
happened.
yeah, that's the problem. When you cancel certain people, literally, they just get more popular.
Yeah.
Like Gina Carano. Or
Oh, yeah.
What's it? Corona.
Serrano.
Is that her name? Yes.
Carano, whatever.
Corona.
Oh, she is. It's Gina Carano, I think.
Carano. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know much about her. Then I heard she got canceled, and I'm okay. Now I want to watch literally only the episode she was in.
Well, she's in almost every episode.
I hate Star Wars. I
come
never ever planned on ever watching any of that show. But
Come
now
on.
that they canceled her, I'm gonna check out her episodes.
All right. Well, I highly recommend it. That show's the shit. But for what it's worth,
I don't support Disney most of the time for shit.
Okay, I pirate their shit.
Yeah,
right.
I'll
Allegedly.
never buy it.
Sorry.
Even before like people were pissed off at Disney for canceling her, firing her, I still didn't have Disney Plus, and I'm never going to get Disney
All right.
Plus.
Well, it's on my Plex, bro.
You know I don't have that shit.
Dude. All right. But nevertheless, like I get what you're saying though. Like I support.
I didn't know much about her. She's fucking banging,
She's
man.
soup hot.
Fucking hot.
Yeah, very, very hot. But what sucks is like she's gonna go fucking. I mean, we're getting into the weeds here, which I want to get out of it. But she's fucking now. She's doing some deal with fucking Ben Shapiro's like company or some shit, and I fucking hate that guy. But nevertheless,
I'm a Ben Shapiro supporter.
gives me the willies, bro.
And I get that same feeling. Never. I'm not even going to get into that.
All right.
Because I could drop a name right here that you support.
Who?
that.
AOC?
Oh
You talk about that?
Oh, God.
See, dude. But look, here's the bottom line. We're still friends, and we don't let that shit bother us.
No, not at all.
We just fucking we have our things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but the good news is you got both sides here. Like we can talk about each and every subject, and it would be neither of us would get mad at each other. We would just fucking shit talk each other, and at the end of the day, we're still gonna do a podcast together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
So
I don't let politics or that type of shit.
Yeah,
I don't fucking care.
of course, man.
I know I'm right, and that's all that matters.
Okay, all right. Dude, let's reel it in. All right. The other thing we were gonna mention was we were talking before the show. You were asking if I talked to Joker anymore. I just want to put it out there, Joker. If you're watching, open invite, bro. You know it. I've hit him up a couple times. And he hasn't got back to me, but he did tell me last time I messaged him, which was a couple weeks ago. I asked him about his. I said maybe we can get you on before your album drops. He's like, yeah, I'm hoping for late February.
Yeah.
So he's obviously like doing the typical ICP thing, where you just delay your album for months and don't tell anyone.
Hopefully he's working on it because I haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah, I hope so. It's like he kind of did that one song and like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get on Facebook very often.
I haven't seen like another video or anything drop. Like.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that. I pre-ordered his album and shit. I haven't got an email about it. Nothing.
I don't follow anybody on social media, so I don't really know what he's doing on social media. I don't know if he posts anything.
He does post like pretty often.
Okay.
But
So he's still active. He hasn't completely disappeared.
Sunken Drinker. Did you fucking pre-order his album too? I'm curious what the fuck's going on. I'm probably gonna reach out to him here again soon, and we'll try to get him. Maybe we'll get him on for the Juggalo origin story segment. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We'll try that.
I think he may have kind of mentioned his origins of listening to ICP when we had him on.
Yeah. Well, we got to.
Couldn't hear it.
Yeah, we got to redo it.
Yeah.
Don't go back and watch the Joker episode. Fucking sucked. What's up, Scott? Hell yeah, my buddy Scott's in the chat. Hell yeah, whoop diddy whoop doody.
Whoop diddy whoop diddy whoop.
Whoop whoop whoop. All right, man. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Oh God, we gotta talk about Twiztid now.
Fucking, you love it, dude. You love it.
I do love this album. Yes.
Yeah, me too. So this week we are discussing Is it Twisted?
Twiztid, man.
Twiztid.
You know that.
All right.
Twiztid.
So I do have Freakshow album. Oh, I don't know why it's cutting it off down here. That's annoying. I have Freakshow album here.
I got one as well.
You have the full case.
Got the full case. No disc.
Oof. So first impressions of the album. Like, what did you think? Like, when did you get this album? Let me ask that.
Dude, I got this album the day it came out.
You bought this and Bazaar at the same time?
Yeah.
They all 3 albums came out the same
And
day.
this is the original case from that day.
Nice.
Now,
Yeah,
my
mine's
first,
original.
My first impressions were the first impressions of everything that they put out back then. I was fucking literally amazed and was like, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
This is my life.
Of course. Of course.
There's really nothing else to say about
Like,
it.
this is my new life. Okay.
Yeah. Twiztid came, Freakshow came out, Bazaar came out, and I listened to them both like nonstop for who fucking knows how long until
Yeah.
the next shit came out.
Yeah, same, man. I mean, what a day to get Bazaar and this. I mean, I don't recall exactly how it went down for me, but I know I picked them all up at Record Connection, which was the Juggalo spot back in the day for here in Columbus.
It was a school day that day, I believe.
It
We
was.
skipped.
Yeah, so we did the same thing.
Yeah, we skipped on lunch. I think we went out on lunch or something, or we just waited until after lunch to show up. It might have been something like that.
Yeah, I believe we went
in late.
I know for a fact we skipped on when Jekyll Brothers came out, but I'm pretty sure we went at lunch to get this and skipped when this came out too. So at the time though, Twisted wasn't like a huge deal. Like, still, I don't think.
I don't know. I thought Most Tasteless
Kind of pushed them there.
solidified him as that as a huge deal.
Well, like I know.
The re-release of Most Tasteless, the first release of Most Tasteless, no, they weren't a huge deal. But when that re-release,
Yeah,
came
you're
out,
right. You're right. You're right.
because that came out around the time Juggalo Brothers came out.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah, you're right.
It fucking blew up.
You're right. So I do recall. I obviously got that. I was already a fan by then. So this when
Yeah.
this came out, it was a no-brainer.
This came out. This was highly anticipated.
Yeah.
Because they were such a big deal.
You're right. And you know what? They also had already debuted the We Don't Die video.
Yeah.
And that song fucking slapped, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
it still slaps.
Yeah.
But back then, like, we heard that song and it blew. I mean, I speak for myself. It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
That
the
song was-
video was like, holy.
Yeah. Like, no one, like, who would have thought, like, Psychopathic would have a budget for a video like that? It was,
Yeah.
it was
They
incredible.
were like surfing, weren't they? Surfing around on the Ouija board.
Yeah.
And shit? Like,
Dude, that shit was incredible. And then they had, like, the
Fucking
scene
nuts.
where, like, they were outside digging a fucking grave and
Yeah.
shit. It was so fucking cool. We should show part of that. But,
now what came out? Now did this come out like shortly after? It didn't come out before, did it?
I don't think it came out
No,
before.
this came out 2000, and then this was 99. Or no, they both came out the same year.
Okay, so this was. It must have came out around the same time then, because I remember
Yeah.
those albums came out October 30th, like it was like Halloween.
Yeah, this must have come out the same, not too long afterwards. I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe they put this out first to get you ready for the fucking.
I don't recall seeing that first, man.
Yeah.
It was probably
I don't
similar
know.
timing. Let's see. I don't know what he's talking about. But yeah, man, this album like immediately flipped my fucking wig. I wasn't a huge fan of Mutant X at first, I will admit, but I mean I grew to love it. I do love it now. But this song kind of put me off like at first. I don't know why.
I love this song, dude. This has got such a dank, deranged sound to it.
Yeah. Oh, here's the inside of the fucking booklet. It's just this.
Yep.
And then like on the other side you got like all the art and shit.
Yep.
Some cool shit. Oh, you got the same one.
And then, not too long after, wasn't an Angelic that came out that had like a similar type of feel?
To this?
The fold-out book to Angelic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right, it did.
Didn't it have like tech was like the angel? And
Yeah, but I think Angelic came out before this.
did it?
Pretty sure.
Angelic came out.
Like 99, I think, bro.
It might have.
I think I have a copy of it. Like an original, not the reparation.
It might have.
Nevertheless. Anyways. So first song, Mutant X, it's the shit, man. Watch as they change a mutant into a freak show. Shit's dope.
I've always wondered too the actual fucking teeth here.
Yeah, if they
Like-
were actually their teeth. Oh, we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, were they actually their teeth? Like, I mean, That's some yellow ass shit, man. That motherfucker spits. I mean, he could spit butter.
I think they were probably not their real teeth. I think they purposely made them look shitty, I guess. Look at these motherfuckers. Bro, we need face tattoos. It's got to happen. All right. I was going to pull up the We Don't Die video just to kind of.
Yeah, no, We Don't Die. Mutinex. Okay, first of all, I love Mutinex.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite songs on the album. We Don't Die. I love We Don't Die, but it's actually a step down from Mutinex, in my opinion.
Really?
I think Mutinex has more credibility of actual.
I remember rocking the fuck out to. And back then, you couldn't just pull up a video. You had to wait for the shit to come up on the box.
Yeah.
You'd have to request the shit on the box.
We don't die. We don't die.
Yeah. That shit's dope.
Now,
Anthem song. That's right, Nasser.
I could be wrong, but the director of this video, is it the same director that did Another Love Song and a few of the Bizarre videos?
I don't know. How would you know?
I don't know, but I think the way it's shot, I believe it's the same director that did those videos, and they mentioned it in Jump Steady, and they were talking about the director on one
some
of the
chick.
pods. Yeah, some chick that did a lot of the hip, like East Coast big time rapper videos, like Method Man and stuff.
You're right. I recall them talking about that.
She might have worked like a lot of times exclusively with like Def Jam and some of those East Coast rappers.
Yeah, you might be
Because
right.
it has that feel. It has that big budget look.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, what the fuck is wrong with that video? Why is it so grainy? Can't find a good version of it.
Oh, look, they've detected copyright audio. It might be temporarily blocked. Fuck off. All right. It's probably when we had this shit on. I hope everybody can still see us. But here, we'll turn this down a little bit too.
And that was quick.
Yeah. So
How can they detect that grainy ass shit, man?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Shit's so damn grainy, nasty looking.
Sunken Drinker liked your Kermit Jamie voice.
I'm Kermit.
Say we don't die again.
We don't die.
All right.
No, that's a good song. It's gimmicky and it's repetitive.
Sure, but
And
it's fun.
the lyrics are
Slaps.
not. Yeah.
It slaps, bro.
It's a good song. Bro. I like it. I'm not talking shit about
All
it.
right. Just making sure. All right. Fall Apart. What do you think about this song?
Great. This whole album's good, man. Like, I'm not going to say anything bad about it.
There's a couple songs I don't care for, I'll be honest, but this isn't one of them. I like this song.
This album was experimental as hell, and it's weird that it was their second album, and you could already tell where Twiztid was going with their like branching out
with their gimmick or whatever.
Yeah, because Most Tasteless was closer to an ICP album. Most Tasteless was closer to like an old school ICP album.
I feel you.
Then when this came out, it only took it only took those 2 CDs to jump completely into a whole new realm of experimentation musically.
Yeah, because this album really like if you wanted somebody to listen to to check out Twiztid, you'd probably recommend this album.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a good representation of what they were like capable of at that time. Like, here, do your thing. Like, this is 100% Twiztid. Like, I don't know how much like ICP influence is even on this album. You know,
I don't think there's much. I think they produced like almost all of it from what I heard.
Yeah.
No, I actually think in this Born Twisted, Jay. Remember Jay and Shaggy had the paint. They had like just the black circles.
Yeah.
And like Jay was sitting in front of like a fireplace and
Yeah,
shit. And he
yeah.
was like talking about how like good they were. And
It's probably on here.
he said, but I remember him saying specifically he had nothing to do with this album.
Okay. Yeah, it even says in the liner notes, it says all songs written, recorded, mixed by Twisted, except where noted. So it says all songs produced by Sisterosis Sound Squad, which is Paul, Jamie, and Fritz, except Maniac Killa, produced by Shaggy Two Dope.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yep.
Graphic. That's one of my favorite songs on here.
Really?
I love that beat, yeah.
Yeah, I do too. That's interesting.
Speaking of which, they never came out with the Twisted mockumentary.
You mean ICP? That is the Twisted mockumentary, bro. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah.
In the liner notes.
But it says Born Twisted right there.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it says coming December 2000. So there's your answer.
Okay, Twisted mockumentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they don't call it the mockumentary when it came out.
Right. Which, you know what? I have beef with that fucking video. Like, I got it because I was excited for it. And I was actually kind of pissed that, like, it was not real at all. Like, it was all just, like, fake ass. Like, they tell fake stories about how they got into the music industry.
Yeah, but it was fucking funny.
It was
man.
funny,
Come
but,
on.
like, it was just fucking stupid.
Were you
man.
hoping they would be real?
Well,
Shit.
yeah, because
You didn't want. I mean, look
bro,
at the,
I watched the shockumentary more times than I could count, and
the
I loved it.
documentary's amazing, but a lot of that shit is bullshit too. They're
No,
not,
it's not. It's like real, like clips of like fucking. It's gang, like gang devils and shit. You know, there's all that
there's real
shit.
clips, but when the guy's telling a story about when they worked at the pool and shit, like that's bullshit.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're
They
right.
just liked to be in the toxic waste. Man. I don't know. They just, I mean, come on.
I forgot about all that. You're right. You're
it
right.
was the same style thing. It's just this one was less of a budget,
Yeah.
so they couldn't get all that footage from all the other shit.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll give it to you.
They were still heavily in their.
I still
gimmicks.
didn't like it. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you watch it now. The only parts that are worth watching are the fake shit
Yeah.
because they're funny.
All right. Look at this shit. Here, I'll show the viewers.
Who the fuck is that?
I think that's. Oh, no, I was gonna say Jamie or Monoxide. I mean. All right, look.
Adoptive mother. What the fuck?
How are we gonna get copyright for fucking Twisted, dude? Give me a break.
Dude, they're radio now, man. We're getting
Oh,
copyright.
you want to see what's really funny? Look, I was just glancing at this while you're talking. Hold on. We don't give a fuck if you ever play our video or spin us on the radio. That shit is essential to y'all, not to us. And if for some reason you ever do see us grabbing our fucking balls in a video on MTV, you can rest assured they changed the format for us. Because we ain't changing this serial killing shit for no one.
Yeah.
If only. If only.
Man, they did change, man.
Yeah.
No one can argue that.
Yeah.
No one can argue that.
Absolutely.
They switched their model. They're using what they learned from Psychopathic to run their label. I'm not hating on that.
Yeah, of course.
That's what you're supposed to do. But I'm not even hating on them trying to get radio play now and whatnot. I'm not hating on that, but that is what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm not hating on them doing that now.
Right, of course.
What I'm hating on is the facade they put on.
Having this attitude and then doing it.
The facade they had all those years.
Yeah.
Because now you can tell that for, what was it, 20 years?
Yeah. That was bullshit.
20 fucking years it was a facade.
Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
right.
maybe not. I mean, there was probably some real shit there in the beginning. But, I mean, you can't help but think they had it in the back of their head the whole time. Like, eventually...
Like, this is a stepping stone, y'all. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
a stepping stone. Eventually they're thinking we're better than these clowns, man. We're
Yeah.
better rappers.
Probably
We're
at some point. I
we're
mean, how many?
better producers? We can get bigger than them.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, they've had.
Yeah.
There's no way you wouldn't have had that thought.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously why they broke off, or else they wouldn't have. You know what I mean?
It's like in wrestling. Unless you're there to try to get the title from the fucking champion.
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Yeah, I feel you.
You
You're
know what I
right.
mean?
You're right. I mean, and you can't fault them for it. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Like you said, due to the facade and the kind of like backstabbing, like non-loyalty shit. And you know what? This loyalty shit that they're doing with Yum Yum might be a big. That's probably caused by this kind of shit. You know,
Yeah.
that might be why they're focusing on that.
I hope not, man. I hope ICP just stops fucking worrying about this shit, man.
I do too.
But that being said, what I said about them putting on a facade for fucking 20 years, we did get in an exceptional fucking era
Oh yeah.
of ICP during those years.
Yeah.
So even if it was fake, it did create an
You mean Twisted? Exceptional era of Twisted?
Twisted and ICP.
Oh, okay.
The family era.
Yeah, of course.
If they would have been real back then and just said, "Oh, we're just here to make music and then leave," it wouldn't have got to that point.
Yeah.
It would have never been like
I feel
as
that.
great as it got. So whether it was fake or not, it still cemented a time where like no one will ever forget if you were around that, you know.
Oh
that
yeah,
time.
dude, it was magical. I mean, it'll never happen again, you know. Let's see what's happening in the comments. John Tudope said I don't think there's a better Juggalo rapper than Jamie Madrox. I mean, you might be right.
I mean that. Yeah. I mean it's. I mean, I'm sure that can be argued, but man, it's
I think for what it's worth, I think Paul's always had better bars, but I think Jamie is just like he's better at like flowing and like
Jamie's got a better voice. He's got a more powerful voice.
yeah.
And he can manipulate his voice better than Paul. But yeah, as far as just straight bars, hip hop, rapping, just lyrics, I do think Paul's a better rapper.
Yeah.
But Jamie, Jamie has a sound you can't deny.
Yeah, for sure. It's very unique quality, and that's part of their lore is like you if you have a stupid ass voice, you're never gonna be a good rapper. You know what I mean? You gotta have like a cool voice, and Jamie Madrox has this ability to kind of project in all these different ways and shit, which is pretty unique. Like many rappers don't really do that kind of shit, you know?
Well, a lot of rappers try to do that, and that's where you get the classic Juggalo rapper that I'm gonna chop your fucking neck type of sound, you know?
Yeah, sure.
A lot of the Juggalo, underground Juggalo rapping culture, they were trying to mimic Jamie Madrox.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
There's something to that.
I mean, that's what I heard.
All right. We didn't even talk about "Fucking the First Date." You like that song? It's cool. It's fine. It's like the bitch song, but it's fine.
I like it.
For some reason, People Are Strange isn't like it shows on Spotify, but it's not gonna work. I don't know. Here, I'll show y'all. Look at this shit. It's kind of weird.
Which I think is a cool cover. I like it.
Yeah, look at this. People Are Strange. It's grayed out. I won't be able to listen to it. I'll pull it up on my end, or we'll pull it up on YouTube or some shit. Anyways, about is where the fuck I'm from.
I'm noticing a lot of parallels with Tech Nine and Twisted a little bit here.
Oh yeah, how so?
Because Tech Nine is a big fan of the Doors.
Oh okay.
People Are Strange is a Doors song.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Twisted covers the Doors. Then Tech Nine gets popular. He chooses to make his logo with the snake and the bat, and it has something to do with the Doors. I can't remember exactly what
Really?
it is. Yeah. Something to do.
Okay, I think
like
you're
a mix.
I think you're reaching, but
And then the booklet. I might be reaching there.
I think the booklet for sure like seems like an odd parallel because Tech Nine's image is very very similar.
Not to mention, I've heard Tech Nine himself say that he wanted his logo. He noticed ICP back in the Malenko days because of their logo, and he wanted to make a silver barcode on a black album cover. And when he saw the Great Malenko image and how it was silver on that, he was like, "Oh man, I wanted to do that with my album cover."
Like have it like shiny.
Yeah. So it's like, I think he was paying attention, dude.
He might have
I
been.
think he was legit paying attention to what they were doing.
It's possible.
And I know other Juggalos have argued this point as well, but I just figured I'd touch on it.
Okay. All right. So what do you think of this song? This is "Do You Really Know?" I really like this
I
song.
like it. Like I said, man, there's not gonna be much to talk about this album.
I think
this album.
that's pretty much gonna be the consensus for most songs.
Yeah.
This isn't one of my favorite songs, but it's good. I
Yeah.
do like it.
I mean,
I'll jam out to
This
this
is a
fucking shit.
nostalgic album. Like, I know we said the nostalgia train was over, but this is part of that first 6.
This is why we went
era.
back to this album, though. It's because we're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's keep the nostalgia train going.
Yeah, we still got Mirror Mirror, Green Book,
Yeah.
and I would even consider Man's Myth or Mutant, whatever the hell it's
Yeah.
called. I would even,
Absolutely.
I would even consider that in there, even though I don't feel the nostalgic feeling I get when I think of that album as I do Green Book.
Okay.
But
I feel
we'll
that.
still do them.
Yeah,
we'll do 'em.
we'll cross that bridge. All right, I'm moving on. Next song is "Leave Me Alone." I'm having a hard time.
I like this song a lot.
Oh, this is where he starts screaming. That was the one thing that turned me off a little bit. Like, I mean, I like it now. It grew on me, but like, I didn't like all the like screaming, like the distortion and their voices and shit. Like, I much preferred like just clean sounding rapping. Like this one, they have like a telephone effect almost on their voice. I like it now though.
I do like the sound of this. One reason why I like this album so much is it has that grungy, underproduced, like underground sound. You know,
I feel that.
like garage band. It has a garage band kind of sound. Not the program. I'm talking about the
I know.
genre. You know, garage band music.
No, I agree. Whoops. I agree with you. Yeah, this song's cool. This was never one of my favorite songs on here.
As of where when Green Book came out, it was crispy and clear. It was a big difference than this.
Yeah, you're right. And you know that might be why like that album speaks to me
Yeah.
more than like this shit. Like this whole album is like pretty raw. Like it just sounds like it has like an amateurish kind of sound
Yeah.
to it, which I think is what you're trying to point out.
Yeah, which is what I liked.
It's amateurish, but like you could tell it's like purpose, like on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It was a design choice,
Yeah.
and I think they did it right.
Yeah, I like it. I'm with you. And this song is a good example of that, if nothing else. All right.
Almost the way Ringmaster sounded next to Malenko.
Sure.
This was kind of like the Ringmaster. Green Book was the Malenko. Essentially, that kind of difference of a sound.
Sure. Okay. I'll co-sign that.
As
This-
far as mixed and mastered.
When I listened to this song specifically, which by the way, this is hosted on Twisted's official page. It's kind of weird. Why is it on YouTube but it's not on Spotify? What's up with that?
By the way, was this one of the albums they got the masters for?
I would guess.
I know they didn't get Most Tasteless. I don't think
Oh,
think
okay.
J.E. and Psychopathic gave up Most Tasteless.
Oh, good.
I think they still own the masters to that.
Yeah, maybe.
But I know they did. No, they got Green Book, I believe, right?
Yeah, because they re-released it.
They got a few things. I can't
Yeah, I don't
remember
remember.
what it all
either.
was.
Maybe somebody in the comments knows. I don't know. Let's see. Dark Horse. They're talking about. They're going off and all kinds of weird shit in here. Yes, One Less G is nostalgic. We'll definitely touch on One Less G.
Yeah.
We're
One Less
we're big
for
fans
sure,
of that.
Yep.
Um,
That album was. I bumped the shit out of that when it came out.
This song in particular, though, I'll be honest. Like up until I heard this song, I never heard the Doors version.
Really?
Yeah, I never heard it. This was my first introduction to the song, and I thought it was good. And I obviously seeked out the Doors version at the time, and it was fine. You know, it was good. But I'd already listened to the Twisted one. I loved Twisted, so this
Yeah.
was like the definitive version for me forever. It still is, I guess. But I think this cover is fantastic. I thought it's very well done.
I'm wondering who plays the guitar on this.
Wonder if it says on here.
Now,
Twisted.
being a bit of a guitar player myself, I go back and listen to this guitar, and it's not great, but it still gives it a feeling for, it gives it a good feeling for like a rap album.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
agree. Yeah, this is like a nice little break.
Yeah.
This says all instruments, guitars, drums, oboe, pan flute, skin flute, or magic clava sticks, played by that Jigga Fritz.
Okay. Yeah, so Fritz was their main producer.
Yeah. And I didn't pay attention at this time. I assumed Mikey Clark had his hand in this, but not a one.
I think they were trying to break out. Like I said, dude, even back then, they were trying to separate themselves from everything ICP.
And I noticed that
They
like
didn't want to use the producer, didn't want to use any of Jay's input. Like they just went and did their own thing.
I didn't recognize Fritz the Cat as their producer though until Mirror Mirror. I knew he produced
Yeah.
Mirror Mirror, but I wasn't sure about Freakshow.
Well, we didn't we were just so caught up in it back then.
Yeah.
We didn't care about who the producer was
Yeah.
for anything.
It's a good point. Like now, it's like
Yeah.
literally
the
one
only
of the
reason
first
we
questions
cared
we
about
asked.
Mikey Clark is because ICP said it so many times in
Yeah.
the music.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
That's a good point. All right.
it's not like we were 14, 15 going, who produced this?
Yeah. You're
We
right.
didn't give a fuck back then.
All right. Oh, this has ICP on it. Forgot.
I remember this being a skipper, maybe. This was a 50-50 for me. Sometimes I would skip it, sometimes I wouldn't.
Oh, I like when this beat breaks out though. Sounds pretty sweet from what I recall. It's been a while since I listened. It's got
Yeah.
some crunchy guitar in the
Yes,
back.
yeah. The bass line is really nice. The kick, I think it's the kick drums.
Yeah.
It's a nice little kick drum. Then you got that really crunchy guitar in there.
And that's another example of that. Oh, sorry, that sound we were talking about.
Yeah.
That like amateurish sound. Obviously, that's Fritz's thing. Yeah, this shit's dope. This song's sweet. I like it.
I think it was a hook that kind of, it's not a horrible hook, but it turned.
Shags. Speaking of Shags, he's live right now.
Oh, nice.
You want to go comment? Put in the comments. Come listen to us instead.
We're competing with Shaggy and
We're
Creed.
That ain't Shaggy and the Creek. Oh yeah, it is.
Well, looks like there's who the hell have they got on there? Looks like interesting people.
There, I went in the comments and said, "Come watch. We're live now. Come watch our show instead."
There's this song, Shaggy's voice. There's something that Shaggy's voice does in certain verses where he, I don't know, he's got like a. Like I can't explain it, but it's funny. He does it on "We Belong" on the Wraith. That song, what's that song called? We belong. The carnival is here. We belong.
Yeah, that's where we belong.
Yeah, his voice does it on that song too, Shaggy. It's weird.
I don't know really what you mean.
I don't know.
He's got like a Kermit song.
Yeah,
Kermit Shaggy?
not to bring it back to the Kermit, but
Kermit Shaggy.
it's got like a Muppety type of thing.
Muppet Shags.
Muppet
That's funny.
Shags. Yeah, he changes his voice here and there.
It sounds like he's singing from like literally just the back of his throat.
That's what he's doing in this song.
Yeah.
Connected.
Right there. I ain't asking about my, cause I haven't wanted
It sounds like
to
it's just. It sounds like it's just mixed shittily.
I don't know. It's
Okay. Well,
it's funny.
I think it's just mixed shittily, man.
It's mixed shittily.
All right, moving on, man. All I Ever Wanted, not a bad song. Oh, this song's classic. Batman.
Yeah, this was a popular one.
Yeah,
I
love this
remember
song.
a lot of people would play this song.
Yeah, this song's only a minute long. It's great.
Because I think it was because it went straight into Bags.
Oh yeah, Bags. No joke. Bags might be my favorite song on here. All right, this song's fucking dope. I mean, everybody likes "I Wanna Be," right? Bags is so fucking dope.
The scratching on this is sick.
Jeez, it's nasty. Like I forgot. I didn't even listen to this song prior to this album prior to the show. But man, this song. You know what? Here, let me do this. All right.
It's got that screaming filtery effect too that you talk about.
Yeah, it does. Like, you know, we've talked about before, like how at any given time, like one song is like your shit. That's like the first one you put on when you first get in the car, shit. Like back then, this was that song for a while with us, man. God damn, this song was the shit. That's a fingertips. My favorite is it's coming up. Hold on, right here. This is my favorite part of the song, right here. Oh no, it ain't. It's when he's like,
no.
it's Jamie's next verse that comes in. I forgot.
Yeah.
But anyways, this song's so tight. I mean, it's a great weed song. Just in general. You know, I brought the trees. I like when he's like, give me great leaf like double ash. He's like
man.
fucking going off.
I remember like years later after listening to this, like I was high, and I was like, man, I want to listen to some weed songs.
Yeah.
And I went through a list of like some weed songs.
Sure.
And then I was like, yeah, let me put. I remember Bags and shit. I put this shit on. I was like, oh god, like I turned it off because I was high and I hadn't listened to it so long. I was like, dude, they're like
too aggressive.
It's too aggressive and they're screaming. Like back in the day, I didn't care, but like now I'm like, man, when I'm high, I want to listen to like reggae or some shit. I listen to like
funny.
calm music. You know?
Man. I mean, sure, I get that to an extent, but yeah, this song might not be a great song to listen to high, I guess, but it's a great weed song.
It's a good weed song,
but
I like the song. I just remember being so like, I was like, oh god.
It's funny you say that. I looked at the comments. Crutch said, every time I hear Bags, I get flashbacks of aggressively mowing the lawn in the backyard in the summer. That's funny.
Oh,
I can even smell the freshly cut grass.
Yeah, that's the great beauty of nostalgia, man.
That's
It just
funny.
brings up memories that connect to your senses.
Yeah, you know what? I still think of this song every single time I think of like how many grams are in an ounce. I'm like, oh, that's straight 28, the full OZ. I know that. That's literally. I'm not kidding you. That's like a mnemonic that's been ingrained in here forever. So I know how much an ounce is because of Monoxide Child. Thank you.
Man, I could take that knowledge and I could I think I could sell weed with that.
All right. What the Dead Like? Another one with ICP.
Yeah, this was a. I remember this is almost like a.
He's got the guitar again.
This reminded me of like a radio kind of song.
Okay.
Like you would hear this on the radio, like like the rock station. You would hear this.
Okay.
It's kind of. It had that feeling to it.
I feel that. This song is just okay to me. It's not bad, but it's forgettable. I forgot this song existed until this moment. Let's put it like that.
The thing about it is when Jay's verse comes in, doesn't the beat change like do 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 do?
No, he's rapping right now. Listen.
Nah, I guess I might be thinking of a different song.
Yeah, that does definitely happen on a couple of those features. Oh, this is when he's like talking though. You like this part or do you hate it? I can't tell.
I like it, but I just
Yeah, it's
I just
groovy.
remember that part.
And by the way, we love Secondhand Smoke. We talked about that on the Most Tasteless episode. You can go back.
Oh yeah, that was the first Twisted song I ever heard. Off of a sampler, I got.
Oh yeah, it was on Fat or Whack at the time.
Yeah, it was the Fatter Wax sampler. It was the first Twisted song I heard, and I knew they were, I know they were out before that, but I didn't
Give a shit about anybody else that was on Psychopathic
Yeah.
until that sampler came
Yeah.
out, and I heard Twisted Secondhand Smoke, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And, it was like,
Yeah.
I love them.
I loved it too. But like I saw Twisted a couple times before like the remastered Most Tasteless came out. I even bought a bootleg Most Tasteless at Record Connection because like
Yeah.
I saw them. I was like, these guys like ICP. I have to like them too.
Yeah.
And like I bought it and I listened to it like a few times. I mainly listened to like Meat Cleaver and First Day Out
Just
because like they were ICP related. You know what I mean? But I really didn't appreciate it though until the re-release.
Yeah.
But Secondhand Smoke was and Fatter Whack was part of that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. This part's cool. I like how he's like chanting in the background. It's cool.
I always remember what he was talking about in there. Just made like there was a lot of he was like, and they're just waiting for you, and when you die, they're just going to be there waiting, and
Yeah.
everybody doesn't want to die, and everybody
He's just
but
like
you're
talking
going to-
weird shit.
It's like he's like being really redundant about stuff. He's like saying the same thing over and over.
What's up, Waking Eye? Ask Richard Pryor. Come on, this shit wasn't even. No one knows who Richard Pryor is, even at this time.
Ask Richard Pryor.
All right. Nevertheless, moving on. This song's just okay. It's one of the least favorite for me. This might be my least favorite on the album, if I can recall it. I don't remember what this sounds like, though. This is empty.
Yeah, it has a slow beginning, but then a lot of those drum samples in this album.
A lot of the guitar on every song. I didn't realize like how much of a
Consistent
like a
sound,
through
yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost every song. But I like it. It helps like bring it to all together,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it gave it a sound, man.
It's a signature sound. Yeah, this is my least favorite song on the album. I never really liked this song. I thought it was just a shitty attempt at like trying to be like depressing and shit. And they still aren't good singers. In this song they're kind of trying. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, but
People Are Strange was cool, but this one's
But
not.
this did show you that they were on that path to being like that
Kind of like emo goth.
the
rock.
more like wicked, like feel sorry for yourself type shit.
Sure.
Which is honestly, when I think back, is the only thing that turned me off about Twisted.
I see. The
Was
emo shit.
was the feel sorry for yourself type of feel they had on not every song, obviously, but those songs that did stand out that were popular. A lot of people did like those kind of songs. Those feel sorry for yourself, and I got into ICP because they were like not about that at all.
Yeah.
For the most part, in
I
the
feel you.
beginning. Now Jay does a lot of that shit. But
Sure.
so yeah, they both do it now. It's not like. But yeah, that was the only thing that turned me off about him. I still loved him, but from what I hear now, that's all they do, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, this song's fucking almost 5 minutes long of this
Yeah,
shit too. God.
it's pretty repetitive.
All right.
When you're doing a hip hop song,
Unfortunately, he couldn't leave the light on though, but he did shine.
I think he should have stuck to that type of flow, like
Yeah.
because when he like slowed down and tried to like, I don't know, it seemed like it didn't fit with him for the most part.
I feel you. What's the skit? Hold on. It's weird. I don't remember that.
That would sound like one of us at that age, being 15, calling in Twisted and telling them how depressed we are. It's really what it sounded like, don't it?
Yeah, what was that? Hold on, let me go back real quick.
It sounds like a Juggalo that's like 15 years old, calling in Twisted and telling him how much he loves them, but how depressed he
Is
is.
that really it? Hold on. Like, why the fuck did you? Okay, if you get that voicemail, sure, whatever, it's cool. I guess, but why put on your fucking album though? Like,
But was it a voicemail? Did they actually get like a voicemail from a Juggalo?
I don't know, man.
Because that would have been one of us.
I guess so.
Like your mom yelled at you and you just called the Twisted hotline and left like, man, I'm gonna be there someday with y'all, bro.
That's probably what it was.
Had to have been.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Hatchet Warrior was nostalgic. You're right. Once Road Fools came out, it was way downhill. I 100% agree. I actually was on board with ABK during Hatchet Warrior. Even Dirty History, I was like, there's a couple bangers, but I'm not a huge fan.
Hatchet Warrior came out during the Wraith, right? Wraith
Yeah.
era? Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that. It's not nostalgic for me, but I listened to it once or twice.
I have nostalgia for it, and I'd be happy to go over that album at some point too. But Dirty History, not so much. Road Fools is where I pieced out on ABK. That shit fucking sucked. Hated it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I never listened to much ABK past what he did with everybody else.
Yeah.
During that era.
All right. Broken Wings, you like it?
This is probably my least favorite.
I think it's pretty dope. I like Jamie's like creepy voice he puts on.
That's what I hate about it. I hate how fucking
Heavy the effect is on that.
Or wait, this verse right here though. Hold on, wait. Listen. You don't like this?
No, I like it. Like I said, I don't hate any of these songs out, but it is my least favorite.
Okay, I feel you. I think he spits on this song though. I love it. In Cosmos, to death or overdose.
Yeah, he goes in. He always goes in, man.
Okay. I dig it. And he says secondhand smoke. But look, all these fucking songs are almost 5 minutes long, by the way. Like, God, man. Like they're dragging the shit out. Every song has like a long ass breakdown where they go like, well, I don't know whatever the fuck they do.
This was a call out to what they wanted to really be and what they are essentially are now. Because Green Book is so much different than this album.
Green Book is like straight hip hop.
Yeah, most of it is, yeah. There's like one or two rocky songs like this.
Sure.
But
I feel like by the time Green Book came around, like this is them like trying different shit and like, I mean they're dabbling in all the little like genres and fields they maybe want to do, but like I think they really honed it, man. And by the time Green Book came out, I feel like that was like, I mean this is my personal opinion. I feel like that was like at the time at least authentic Twisted. Like this is what they've been building to, man.
Yeah.
I think that was their. Obviously, I'm saying that because I think that's the best shit they've ever done, but I think that they had a workup to it. You know what I mean? This is the breakdown.
Yeah, I gotta go back and listen to Mirror Mirror, but I remember that one being pretty good too.
I had a system at the time in my truck, and like, it bumped like a motherfucker. So I loved listening to Mirror Mirror and that shit.
Mirror Mirror was nuts, and the way they released it was crazy too.
How so?
Like they didn't push that album. Remember, it just kind of popped out. I mean,
Okay.
you may have known about it, but like I didn't know about Mirror Mirror.
Really? I think there wasn't like a whole lot of hype
Yeah, there
about
wasn't
it.
a whole lot of hype about it. They just kind of dropped it. They didn't like really build up to
Yeah.
it.
Well, it was weird because Twisted doesn't really have like a lore or anything, so there's no like.
Yeah.
There's not like something that was expected, so they kind of just announced Mirror Mirror. Like, is this like the album or is this like an EP? Like, I remember there being a little bit of a question at the time, but I love that fucking album, man. Love it.
is a good one.
Oh.
We also, what about the cryptic collections? Would you want to do those?
Absolutely.
Because I remember like the first two
Yeah.
or whatever were pretty nostalgic.
Yeah, man. By the way, anyone listening or in the comments, like, let us know, like, if you think that we should do those or whatever. Like, I mean, just off the top of my head, the next one in line for me, I would assume would be Mirror Mirror, but
Yeah.
I'd be happy to go back and do all that shit. And you know, we're not trying to stay on like a strict chronological order or anything. We're just, for the most part,
for the
are.
most part, like the big ICP and psychopathic releases.
Yeah, but we want to interject like when we can. I mean, we're not trying to keep run like a huge tight ship here. Like, we're just doing shit we love, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, Maniac Killer, produced by Shaggy.
I did like Maniac Killer. It's probably one of my favorites on here. And you can tell that's Shaggy. That's got to be him.
Yeah, yeah.
scratching.
Oh yeah.
He always had that really squeaky, cartoony, scratchy sound. He holds that.
Yeah.
When he holds that, that's hard.
Really? That right there?
Yeah, because you gotta like. That takes a little bit of finesse.
You dabbled, and that's how you know.
Yeah, I got a direct drive turntable. Yeah, that I've fucked with.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, I have a fader and shit. Yeah.
Dope.
Oh yeah, I dabbled for a while.
This part right here. Is this? Oh, here's where the beat breaks down for Jay.
This is like, I think this is Jay being like what he was at this. This is Jay being classic Jay.
So weird, man.
He's so weird, but that's why I like it. It's just
I'll be honest. Like, this song was always
He's
kind of a
not-
skipper for me.
he's not trying to sound like oh, I'm a great rapper flower. He's just literally being a maniac killer.
Hmm. You know, one thing that's interesting is attributed on this song on Spotify. It's Twisted and not ICP, but Twisted and Dark Lotus.
Huh.
Thought that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, his other songs say Twisted and ICP. I like that. I like all the sounds and shit they put on this
This
beat,
is
though.
a great
Beat, man. Shaggy can make a beat. It's simple and it gets the point.
Yeah, I love the scratching. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's,
That
one,
part,
it's one of my favorite songs on the album.
the beat's tight, but I'm not a huge fan of just the song.
Difference. Probably the best song on the album in my opinion.
This is a great song. I forgot how good this song was. I really love this song.
I think it gets a little repetitive, but I just love the sound.
Jamie's perfect rapping voice, by the way.
Yeah, he's not. This would be like, we don't. So we don't die would be the first single. I think this would be like a single as well. This would be like the second or third single.
Sure, I can get on board with that. Let's see. Let's see what people say in the comments. Mirror Mirror was low key and more personal. Okay. Never forget freshman. Let's see.
Got ABK opened the Shangri-La tour. Yep, I remember that.
Crutch is suggesting that we rank Joker's cards. That'd be fun. I mean, we can do. I'll be down to do some shit like that. It'd be pretty obvious, but
I had an idea though.
okay.
What about ranking? What would it be? Should we do top 10 Joker cards?
Okay, yeah.
Because there's 10 now, right?
There's oh yeah, out right now. Yeah, it would be 10. Well, yeah, 10 if you're counting like Missing Link being one. You know.
Yeah, Missing Link being one, and Shangri-La and Hell's Pit being two different ones.
Okay.
I
And that would be 11 albums.
Really? I wouldn't. Well, I would not rank Shangri-La and Hell's Pit together.
Okay.
Those have to.
Yeah.
Those have to be ranked differently because they came out years apart.
Because that would be 7 Joker's cards then for the first deck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah.
obviously we're on 4 right now with the next deck, and there's been 2 missing links. So
Okay. We could just rank the Joker's cards from worst to best or whatever.
yeah, sure. I'd be down to do that. That'd be cool.
But also, what about top 10 ICP releases?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Just not Joker's card, like
Okay.
ICP releases.
That'd be fun. We can even do songs or whatever too. I'd
Yeah.
be down to do any of that, man. Like I love these ideas.
I would like to do the Joker's cards, ICP releases, and psychopathic releases.
Okay.
Of top 10s of all three of those.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Put it on the list.
Because Joker's cards and ICP releases are different for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna there's gonna be some ICP releases that are gonna rank above some of the even most beloved Joker's cards.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see where our list would match up. You know what I mean? That'd be fun. Thanks for the idea, Crutch. Top 10 ICP story songs. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
We've talked about that, dude. Like getting a list of all their story songs, all their carnival ride songs, like Murder Go Round and Tilt a Whirl and all those songs.
Yeah.
You could throw like now with the ride songs, would you throw like shit like House of Horrors in there, House of Mirrors?
Yeah.
Would those go in the ride
say so.
section? Okay.
I would say so. Anything like carnival attractions.
Attractions. There you go.
Because you can even put like what was the one on
The story songs gonna be hard because almost every fucking song.
Yeah.
I mean, there's at least 40% of every fucking ICP album is stories.
Yeah, that'd be good. They said I want to hear most anticipated albums that kept you up weeks before release. It'd be everything from when I was like 14 to 17 probably. Then I finally did it. I'm sorry I couldn't say goodbye. There was no time.
I skipped this a lot when it first came out because it was just that depressed shit that I didn't care about.
Yeah.
Then as I got a little bit older, I liked the song a lot. Now it doesn't click with me now.
Never think about me. I think it's great. I really like this song a lot. I've always liked this song. I think like Twiztid, they were doing like the what you would expect, where they put like the sad like closing song last. You know what I mean? Like that's just like the formula.
I know this spoke to a lot of people, so I'm not taking it away.
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing away from it because I know this really made a lot of it hit with a lot of people.
It didn't like I didn't relate to it, and I still
Yeah.
don't relate to it. Thankfully, it's about like
Suicide. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. Death, grief, all that. So I love the song for that. I think they do a good job of portraying that. I like the lyrics and the beat and the rapping. I like all of it together, But I may not relate, but I really enjoy the sound a lot.
I like Monoxide's verse better. This is one of the I like Monoxide's voice like this, like almost more than any other style.
Yeah, he's just like relaxed, He's just
He's
rapping like
relaxed.
he would rap if you were just rapping in your regular
and
voice.
it sounds clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like his cadences a lot. He was never as quick as Monoxide and
Wait, who?
Pronunci-
You mean as quick as Jenny?
Jocks, yeah. He was never as quick and his pronunciation was never as like powerful.
Sure.
But I don't know, maybe that's why I liked Monoxide better because it seemed like he was effortless about it doing it.
Word. I feel that. Man, I think this wraps up the album pretty good, man. I've always liked it, like I said. So
Yeah.
no hate.
No, I'm not gonna hate, man. I haven't listened to it in a long time. It's probably been
3 or 4 years since
Yeah.
I've thrown it in.
Same. Let me
But-
skip through it because this song's almost 7 minutes long. I want to see what the fuck's going on. Okay. So it's not the song's not 7 minutes. The song's only like 3. Hold on. It's less than 3. It's only like 2.5
what
minutes
is-
long.
I forget what the hell's at the end.
Yeah, let's find out. All right. Let's see. So 4:20 into I'm all right. That's when it starts, of course. Let's see. What is this? I don't remember it at all.
Juggalo from Australia.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me just keep. It's the same guy the whole time.
I should I probably only ever listened to that once.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever have.
Now the Bazaar, remember the hidden tracks on Bazaar?
Yeah,
I listened to that shit a lot.
yeah. That's hold on. There was like several on each one. Was that the one that has like?
They were freestyling on one, and then they were singing on one, like I've been right here.
Oh yeah,
I've
right
been
here.
right here.
I've been to Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
And then there was the one where like Shaggy's talking about escaping from the mental ward. Was that on Bazaar?
No, that was a secret song on Bang Pow Boom. You talking about My Hero?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. I fucked
Too many
that up.
ICP memories up in there, getting
Yeah.
fucking swirled around.
I love that though. Obviously, I mean that stuck out.
Yeah, My Hero is a great song, but we'll get to Bang Pow Boom, man. Bang Pow Boom is going to be a big episode.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love that album.
It's good shit.
And Green Book is going to be a really good episode too, because Green Book was a highly anticipated album, and I love that album a lot.
There is a number for the Twiztid hotline in the book. You want to call it?
All right. You sure?
Well, why not?
Are you going to be okay? Are you going to be able to handle talking to Jamie and Paul?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll let me. Let me see.
You
Oh,
sure,
here we go.
man?
Yeah, are you nervous about it?
No. I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, asking for a friend. I don't think it'll let me. I don't know how to do it on here. Call phones feature is not available. Okay, then we're not doing it. Fuck it. All right. Well, I'm done, man.
Yeah, man. A good little trip down memory lane,
Yeah.
the Twiztid lane.
What would you give this album out of 10? We never we say we're reviewing, but we never like rank or review like it.
Yeah, I never thought we would do. I never thought we'd go into that.
Then let's not. Let's keep the mystery alive. We're not like a traditional reviewing. We're just kind of taking a trip down memory lane and talking while we listen. That's what it's all about.
That being said, I don't mind doing like top 10s.
Okay.
But
but as we listen to them,
yeah,
you don't.
I'm not gonna rank because honestly, like, there's not many albums I've ever listened to that even break an 8.
Yeah.
And this, I don't even think this would be that.
Okay, I feel that.
You know what I mean? Like top 10 albums for me are very rares. Even a 9 is a very rare.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't think there's any album that is 10. Like, yeah, I can't do it. That's why I can't fucking
Yeah.
do it. I
All right.
can't do it, man.
Fuck that.
Cannot rank albums.
Fuck that then. We'll rank by how much we like, but we don't need to talk about like a score. We
Yeah.
we like the shit. That's it. All right. Let's wrap it up then. You ready? Anything else to say?
No, man.
Thanks.
That's it.
Thanks for hanging out, everyone that hung out. Go to deck1delt.com. It works now. Buy a Deck One Delt shirt if you want or not. Follow us on Twitter. Tell your friends. That's the number one thing. Trying to get that hype train going. And share whatever. We got little clips we're
Yeah.
posting now. We got shit's going down. If you want to be on our next Juggalo Origin segment, send us a message. We'll see what's up.
Juggalo Origin segment. Yeah. Take some calls. I think we still kind of got that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's about it for me.
All right, man. Let's shuffle the fuck up on out of here.
Slide this one right back into the deck.
All
Freak
right.
show.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
It is the end of the world, and it's also